Yes.
It's on.
You can sit down. Counsel, you can sit down so that you will be able to talk to the witness very well. Yes. Yes. Yes, Mr. Sani. I have seen your witness online. You have muted yourself. Unmute yourself so that he will hear you. Yes, you can talk now. He will hear you.
Hello, Chris.
Yes, son. Good morning.
On your
Good morning,
video,
my lord.
Good morning. On your video.
Yeah, my video is on.
He is on.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Respectfully, my lord, the
Yes,
witness is
registrar, administer oath on witness. Come here. Where are you going there? Come this side.
Witness, good morning. Good morning, witness. Witness, good morning.
I can hear you. Good morning.
Are you a Christian or you are a Muslim?
I'm a Christian.
You want to swear with the Holy Bible or you want to affirm?
I'll swear with the Holy Bible.
Okay. Repeat after me. You insert your name and follow what I'm. Are you in?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. I, Chris Okoro. I, Chris Okoro.
Put in your name there.
Yeah. I, Chris Okoro.
Swear in the name of Almighty God.
Swear in the name of Almighty God.
That the evidence I shall give in this case.
That the evidence I shall give in this case.
Is the truth.
Is the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
But nothing but the truth.
Or nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
My Lord, witness on oath sworn with the Holy Bible.
Yes.
Witness, tell this honorable your name.
My name is Chris Okoro.
Where do you live?
I live in Lagos, Lagos State.
Address.
Oh, I live in number 44 Femi Okuno Estate, Jakonde, Lekki, Lagos State.
Big boy.
Yes.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a businessman now.
Yes.
Remember, you made a further statement on oath, further amended statement on oath on 29th day of April 2024.
Yes, I remember.
Yes.
And you also made a statement on oath on 20th June 2023.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Do you want to adopt both statements as your evidence in this case?
Yes, please.
Sorry, my lord. Lord, respectfully, the second statement the witness is shown is a statement that was filed before my lords granted parties leave to amend their process. But Lord,
Yes.
I have a firm opinion, and I think that is what the position of the law would be, that when pleadings have been amended, earlier pleadings filed are no more considered by the court for the purposes of the pleadings or hearing.
Even if he said he has adopted it, it goes to nothing.
Yes,
Is the amended pleading that is relevant?
Very well, my lord.
Most respectfully, my lord, in this third case, we only amended our substantive pleading, not the reply. All we amended, my lord asks us to amend in line with the rules of court as to indicate exhibits. What we filed our statement on oath. Our statement on oath, which accompanying the complaint, my lord. Then they filed a defense, we filed a reply. In any case, our reply was not amended. It was a substantive complaint that was amended just to reflect
the one filed in June. Is it the reply?
Yes, the reply that we filed in June was we filed in June, my lord, was not amended. We amended our substantive claim.
Go ahead. I will look at everything.
As the court pleases. The witness has adopted both statements.
Yes. Yes.
Respectfully, my lord.
Yes.
As per our statement, list of documents,
yes,
parties have agreed to admit all of the consent except the one stated, except number 4, 5, 6, and 7. And my lord, they have been attached and exhibited serially.
I have not seen the list of witnesses. What is the list of the documents? Where is the
My
list?
lord, the list of documents is attached to the amended statement of defense of facts, my lord.
I can't find it here. That's why I'm asking.
Filed on the 29th of April. My lord, second to the last page. After all the documents, completed documents, second to the last page.
Okay. Yes, you said
agreed to admit all of them by consent, except for number 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Yes, I'm taking it.
After that,
in our defense. Yes, why won't that?
This one
That is why.
yes, Mr. Akiki.
My lord, we have looked at the documents and we are only objecting to the documents listed as number 4, 5, 6, and 7. My Lord, respectfully pray, my Lord, to grant us leave to take our argument as to those documents in our address to save my time for these proceedings.
4, 5, 6, and 7.
Yes, my Lord.
Where are the documents?
We have documents. Yeah, everything, yes. This is only objective. Everything, I'll give everything. Even look at it, I hope you don't know bamboozle me. That's what look at
With the consent of counsel, the documents sought to be tendered is listed as numbers 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 are hereby admitted in evidence and marked as exhibit in line with the listing, while documents listed as numbers 4, 5, 6, and 7, which the counsel for the defendant is objecting to, are tentatively admitted in evidence as listed, while argument on the objection is to be canvassed in the final written addresses of counsel. Yes. Yes, Mr. Akiki, any cross-examination? Yes.
Yes, Mr. Okoro, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
It is correct that you worked with the defendant between 2005 to 2008. Am I correct?
That is correct, sir.
You work between when?
2005 to 2008.
Yes.
Can you tell this court in what capacity were you serving the defendant?
I served in a number of capacities. First, I entered as a relationship officer, retail banking, and I left them as a relationship manager, retail banking.
Yes.
Now, can you tell this court the schedule of your responsibility as a relationship officer or relationship manager retail while you were serving with the defendant?
The key responsibilities are you prospect and sign on customers, you process loans on behalf of the bank and recommend them for approval, and any other duties that may be assigned by your boss. But the key functions are you source for deposits, bring in customers for the bank, you process loans, and you recommend them for management approval.
Please, Mr. Okoro, when you're responding, the court is taking you down. So you respond in bits. You wait for my law to tell you to continue, then you continue. So you may take again what your response was to that question.
Okay. Responsibilities are prospecting for customers.
Yes.
Signing on the customers, bringing in deposits for the bank,
Yes.
processing loans, and recommending them for management approval.
Yes.
That's all, my lord.
Now, as part of your duty, in line with what you've listed to this court, you had constant interaction with prospective customers who wanted to pick up facilities from the bank. Am I correct?
You're correct, sir.
Yes.
And you conduct KYCs on those customers to verify who they are before the loans are granted to them. Am I correct?
Yes, we do KYC.
Yes.
And you also ensure that the monies are given to the customers when you secure approval from your management. Am I correct?
That's beyond my responsibilities. Banks avail the money based on availability of funds to them.
Yes.
By virtue of all of this breakdown that you've given to this court, you agree with me that the monies that these customers are being granted are monies of the defendant facilitated through your services to the defendant. Am I correct?
You may need to break this down. Let me understand you very well.
I can break it down the way you understand. These monies are monies of the defendant granted to these customers through the function of your responsibility or your.
Let me put it the way it is exactly. I process the loans. I process loans. I recommend them to management for approval. Is at the discretion of management to approve or to decline.
I think the same thing.
Okay.
They are monies of the defendant. They come to the customers through your processing and every duty you have to perform.
Rephrase your question. He did not understand.
Witness, all I'm asking you is simple.
Yeah.
It is by virtue of all these duties that you perform that the defendant will allocate loans to customers from their own money, the defendant's money that is given to the customers, but through the function of your responsibility and service.
The loan process is a long. The loan process is a long process. If you look at an ideal loan document, it has probably 4 or 5 signatures.
Mr. Okoro, do you take part in the loan activity?
I take part, but I'm not responsible for it.
Witness.
There are a number of people
Witness,
involved.
listen. Hey, listen.
Witness.
Listen.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Akiki.
Yes, my
It is
lord.
the way you are putting the question. I think the question you wanted to ask him is just to say the money being given out to customers as loan belongs to the bank. Simple. So put it in the way you will understand.
Mr. Okoro, the monies that are given to these customers belong to the bank. Am I correct?
Yes, they belong to the bank.
Yes.
And these monies are given to the customers through the services you perform.
Through the services of a number of officers. Somebody initiates, somebody recommends, somebody approves, somebody disburses. Yes, I'm one of the people in the value chain. I'm one of the people in the value chain.
They said
he is one of the persons.
He's one of the persons, but it's a whole process.
Don't worry, we'll get there now. We'll get there.
Yes.
Among these value chain, who has the first contact with the proposed customer?
It could be the relationship officer. It could
Which
be the
is
relationship. It depends on the case. I was a relationship officer. I was a relationship manager, and it may not even have any contact with the person. It may be a customer inherited. Bank customers move on from one officer to another. If you enter a bank, 80% of customers you manage were there before you even come in. Let me put it exactly the way it is. But some of them may be people you brought in. Some.
Okay, so let me ask you now.
80% are inherited.
Mr. Akiki,
yes, my lord.
Don't just be asking question at large. Be specific.
My lord, we are getting to the specifics of our question.
Don't waste time.
Yes,
be specific.
Mr. Okoro, loans that are granted or loans that are processed and packaged by a relationship officer or manager, that manager or relationship officer has a duty to follow up on such loans packaged and ensure that the customer makes refund or repayment to the bank. Am I correct?
That's not entirely true. It's a bank customer. It can be moved from you to anybody. Whoever is assigned at each point is responsible for it. If you leave the bank, you leave it behind. If you come in, you inherit. But at the point you're managing it, yes.
Yes, any other question?
Yes, my lord. And because you're managing it, like you've said, where those payments are not done, such unpaid value continues to remain on that staff of the bank package that loan. Am I correct?
The customers belong to the bank. If you're in the bank, it's your responsibility.
Do the unpaid loan remain to the credit of that officer of the bank who packaged the loan? It's a simple question.
No, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. As at the time you sent in your resignation to the defender.
Yes, sir.
There were some standing loans that you had packaged which were yet to be recovered. Am I correct?
Yes, there are some of them.
Yes.
Now, after you had sent in your resignation, it was that resignation was contained in your letter of April 18, 2008. In that letter, you admitted that you had some outstanding financial obligations. Am I correct?
Yes, I had some loans I was owing the bank. My personal loans.
Yes. Any other question?
In your resignation, Mr. Okoro, you were expected to go through some exit process with the defendant. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You did not complete that exit process before you stopped working with the defendant. That is correct.
You do not do the process before you exit. Your first point is tender your resignation letter. Any other thing is at the bank discretion. If they invite you, come. Or if you tender your resignation, you leave. If they need you, they invite you.
Yes.
When you sent in your resignation to the bank,
Yes,
the
sir.
bank queried your resignation and clearly stated that they were outstanding debt from loans which were issued, which had not been cleared by you as at the time you sent in your resignation. Am I correct?
I'm hearing that for the first time. The bank never communicated that to me.
Yes.
The defendant sent you a correspondence dated May 7, 2009, requesting that you clear your outstanding liabilities before your exit, in line with the defendant's exit process in the banking policy. That's correct.
I can't remember that, but the date you gave is 13 months after I exited the bank. I exited the bank April 2008.
Well,
and you're
Mr.
talking about
Okoro,
May
the bank
2009.
sent you a correspondence. That's my question.
I can't
the
remember
bank
it.
sent you, you can't remember.
This 13 months after I left the bank. Every process is done in a month.
Yes.
Another employment with the Intercontinental Bank just shortly after you resigned from the defendant's bank. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Any other question?
Yes. Witness, all throughout your employment period with Intercontinental Bank, there was never a time that the defendant was served with any correspondence from Intercontinental Bank requesting for any information about you. No correspondence was sent to the defendant. Am I correct?
I'm aware they sent a request for my confirmation to them. Within 6 months of my under. Yes.
You have a document before this court.
I'm not. All these things happened 14 years ago or 15. I can't remember the documents with the court right now. But there was a request to them from my bank. It's a confidential request. It did not pass through me. It's one bank writing to another, asking for confirmation of a staff. It's always confidential.
You don't have it before this court. It's simple.
My lord, he has answered.
You have answered.
It's a confidential report from bank to bank.
Has answered, Mr. Akiki.
Respectfully, my
He said it's confidential, did not pass through him.
respectfully, my lord.
Yes.
I had earlier discussed with my learned friend. The witness, my lord, has a very important engagement for 9:45, and we had initially confided in my friend. I don't know if my lord can give us a short adjournment, even if it's tomorrow, for us to conclude. Okay.
Mr. Sani, is it how we are going to conclude?
No, but we can go ahead. I still have up to 10. We can still continue.
As a
Mr.
witness says, he has
to round up in 15 minutes.
Yeah, yes, my lord. My lord, I'm trying to round up, sir. Witness.
Yes, sir.
The document before this court as exhibit your appraisal form.
Yes,
that
sir.
form was prepared and earlier than your resignation date. Am I correct?
Appraisal by Oceanic Ecobank, yes.
Yeah, it was done before you resigned from the bank.
If I have the date on it, several appraisals were done. What's the date on the appraisal you're referring to?
The one you brought before us here is appraisal done on the 10th April 2007. 2007, sir.
Okay, yeah, it was done before I resigned.
Don't worry, Alan. Don't worry, Alan.
Yes, any other question?
Yes, my lord. As at 5th of June. As at 5th of June.
What year?
Your date before this. As at that 5th of June, you had not paid your indebtedness to the bank.
5th of June, what year?
5th of June of 2009.
I wrote to the bank severally to advise me of my indebtedness. Ideally, if you leave.
What is the question?
The question is at the date of exhibit 8, the claimant had still not defrayed his indebtedness to the bank. That's it.
Yes, what is your answer?
My answer
that
is
you have not paid your indebtedness to the bank.
The answer is the process is when you leave the bank, they advise you. In my own case, I wrote them severally asking for the advice, which I shouldn't do. But I wrote them severally asking to advise me, which they did not, for obvious reasons.
Yes. Within the period of your employment, 2005, 2008, you were a member of a union in the bank. Am I correct?
I can't remember. I wasn't part of any union activity. So if it's an automatic membership, probably, but I was never part of any union activity.
Yes, any other?
Have you heard of the mandatory staff saving scheme contribution before?
Yeah, I'm very aware of that.
Please tell the court what you can remember about the mandatory staff saving scheme contribution.
But that one is not a union, the way you are putting it. When you say union in employment, you are talking of trade union.
Yes, my lord, that was the intention of the first question.
Okay.
Yes, I don't think tell us what he knows about this contribution scheme.
Yeah, if you remember the name you mentioned now, you say mandatory. It is not at your option to do or not. They deduct it at source. They deduct a part of our money at source and save it for us. And like the name implied, mandatory. They don't need our consent. And upon resignation, they're supposed to return it to you.
Who are they that deduct it?
The bank.
Yes. He said who does the deduction?
The bank does the deduction.
Yes, any other question?
No. All the deductions, as you allege, that was done by the bank, none of that term was part of your employment offer at the time you joined the bank. The bank never mentioned anything about such deductions when you entered the bank. Am I correct? It's not in your employment letter.
I can't remember that right now.
Yes.
You have also mentioned or claimed that the defendant deducted 36% of interest maliciously from your account. Do you have any of the facility papers of these loans that were erroneously deducted from your account before this court? Do you have any of them?
These are illegal deductions, meaning
there
are no documents to it because it's illegal. If I signed it, it won't be. If there are documents to it, then I won't be claiming it. They are illegal deductions as evidence in my statement. So obviously, there are no documents to it.
Yes, any other question?
Maybe an illegal deduction as
yes.
Any other question? As at the time of 23rd of May 2008, where were these illegal deductions, Mr. Okoro, in your statement of account?
As at what date, sir?
As at 23rd of May 2008, where were these deductions in your account?
They were not done prior to 2008. They were done subsequent. All the deductions were done after I left the bank. They were all done after 2008.
There were no deductions.
The deductions were done.
I didn't hear you.
All the deductions were done after I left the bank. So they all came in after May 2008. Ideally, my account was supposed to be closed a month after I left, but they continued running it and debiting it.
Yes, any other question?
Lastly, Mr. Okoro, it is because you had not sorted out your outstandings with the defendant. The defendant could not send your appraisal to your former employer as you would have expected. It is correct.
The correct answer is, despite having my resignation
Mr. Okoro,
letter,
my answer is a direct question. Is either it is correct?
There's no yes or no to it. Allow me to explain it.
Yes,
you are not the one that will tell him the answer.
No, my Lord, I've asked you a direct question,
let him
sir.
tell us the answer. You have asked your question.
Yes, Lord. Is it correct?
The answer is
yes.
The bank was accepted my resignation, stamped it and signed it. But 2 weeks after, they wrote that I absconded. And based on that abscondment, they could not write me, this is your outstanding. But they cannot have my resignation signed, stamped by them, and at the same time, I absconded. Absconded means you ran away. Not that they have documents that they duly stamped and signed and allowed you to go. So based on that, their statement of absconded, They refused to write me.
My Lord, respectfully, my Lord, that was why I was asking the witness, is it correct? My Lord, the witness has not answered my question as I put to him. It is true that because you did not clear your outstanding, that is why the bank did not do certain things. Yes, I cleared, the bank did not do it. No, I did not.
Mr. Akiki, you don't put words into the mouth of the witness.
No, that will be all for the
He
witness.
has given his answer, so it's left for you to know what to do with the answer.
Yes, my Lord, that is all for the witness.
Yes, any examination, Mr. Sani?
No re-examination, my lord. And that is list of the claimants, my lord. You want to see also.
CW1 discharge.
As a court prisoner.
Mr. Akiki, where is your witness?
My Lord, respectfully, will humbly be asking my Lord respectfully to grant us a further day to come with our witness. We do not anticipate that we'll conclude today with CW1. Yes, my Lord. My Lord, secondly,
yes.
our witness is supposed to come from outside the jurisdiction.
From where? Okay.
Yes, my Lord. So my Lord will respectfully ask for an adjournment. We'll get our witness prepared and he'll be in court physically on the next adjournment.
I don't know about you. I don't know about you.
You see him.
But you are giving me the body. Which one? What? Judgment when? No, it's not. I don't have it. I know the judgment I have is on 5th of December. This case is hereby adjourned to 21st day of January 2025. Thank you. We have come to the end of the virtual sitting.